Hello everyone, I am the weaver from Susan's family. Today, I'm going to show you the ice cream cone bag, strawberry version. This bag is divided into the bottom, the main body, the lid, decorations and overall assembly. Let's first learn about the bottom and the main body. The bottom is a finished product, so there's no need to make it. The main body is crocheted in circles upwards through the chain spaces of the bag bottom. Several crochet stitches will be applicated, all of which are marked on the chart. I won't list them all here. Please watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Here, for convenience in watching, I'll use cotton yarn for the demonstration. The colors are random. For specific yarn, color schemes, and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. Crochet the first round first. Take out the bag bottom. The first round is crocheted through the chain spaces on this acrylic board. There is a protective film on both sides of the acrylic board. Remove the protective film before crocheting. You can use a darning needle to assist. Remove the protective film on the other side in the same way. Here, for convenient watching, I'll demonstrate with a sample. Place either side of the acrylic board facing you. Then place the yarn behind any chain space on the acrylic board. Leave a little yarn tail. Join the yarn in this chain space. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Pull the loop to the height level with the edge of the acrylic board, so it's even. Joining the yarn is now complete. First, crochet one chain as the beginning chain for the single crochet. Beginning chain doesn't count as a stitch. Then make 2 single crochets in this chain space. Pay attention to place the yarn over the hook, and hide it as you crochet. When crocheting, pull the yarn to the height level with the edge of the acrylic board. That's how you complete one chain space. Make 2 single crochets for each chain space. Crochet all the way around in this manner to complete this round. After finishing the last chain space, you can refer to the pattern to check the stitch count. Make sure you don't have extra or missing stitches. Crochet a slip stitch in the first stitch. The joining slip stitch at the end of the round does not count as a stitch, just pull it tight directly. This prevents adding extra stitches later. We won't repeat this reminder in the following steps. The first round is complete. Move on to the second round. For this round, you need to turn your work in crochet. Read the chart from left to right. Slightly enlarge the loop. Turn counterclockwise. Work on the corresponding stitch on the left side. That is, the last stitch of the previous round. Crochet 1 slip stitch. Note, crochet this slip stitch as usual here. Don't tighten it. One chain represents one stitch. Continue on the left stitch. Work one slip stitch. If your hands are tight, you can slightly stretch the loop before crocheting. This will make it easier for subsequent crocheting. For this round, pick up the stitches from the previous round, and correspondingly make slip stitches. Everyone follow these steps, and complete this round. For the last slip stitch, crochet it into the first stitch of the previous round. You can see from the right side, which is the insertion point of the slip stitch from the previous round. After completion, you can check the number of slip stitches. It should be identical to the number of single crochets from the previous round. At the position of the first slip stitch, pick up the braid formed by the slip stitch, join with a slip stitch and tighten. The second round is complete. Continue with the third round. For this round, turn your work to crochet. First, make one chain as the turning chain. Turn counterclockwise. Take a look before crocheting. The fabric has 2 rounds of braids. The front round is the single crochet stitches. The back round is the braid formed by the slip stitches. For this round, pick up the loops from the slip stitches. Crochet single crochets correspondingly. Hook the last stitch in the same position as the slip stitch from the previous round. You can check the stitch count. Finish with a slip stitch. A braid-like texture forms on the surface of the fabric like this. This pattern forms on the surface of the fabric. A braid-like texture forms around the fabric like this. We will take this side as the right side. The third round is complete. Next, work on the fourth round. Make one chain as the beginning chain. Work 5 single crochets forward. Make one SC2 in 1. Insert your hook into this stitch. Work 1 single crochet. Insert your hook into the same stitch again. Work another single crochet. Complete one SC2 in 1. Crochet based on the pattern chart to the end. Pick up the first stitch of this round. Make a slip stitch and pull tight. After finishing this round, please check the stitch count. The 4th round is complete. Move on to the 5th round. Make a starting chain of 1 chain stitch. Work 2 single crochets. Here we are at the new stitch technique, FPTR2 tog. First, work 1 incomplete FPTR. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook into the post of the first single crochet stitch from the first round above. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull the yarn through 2 loops. Repeat once. Complete 1 incomplete FPTR. Yarn over twice. Count forward 4 stitches. Pick up the post above this stitch. Work another incomplete FPTR. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull the yarn through 2 loops. Repeat once. Complete 1 incomplete FPTR. Yarn over and pull the yarn through 3 loops. Complete 1 FPTR2 tog. Skip 1 stitch. Work 3 single crochets in the next stitch. FPTR2 tog. Let's take a look again at the FPTR2 tog. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook into the same stitch post. Work 1 FPTR. Count forward 4 stitches. Insert your hook into this stitch post. Work another incomplete FPTR. Yarn over and pull the yarn through 3 loops. Complete 1 FPTR2 tog. Continue crocheting based on the pattern chart to the end. Pick up the first single crochet stitch of this round. Work 1 slip stitch and tighten it. The 5th round is completed. Continue with the 6th round. Work 1 chain as a turning chain. Crochet 2 single crochets. Pick up the stitch from the decrease point. With these 2 threads, work 1 single crochet. Follow the chart to pick up each stitch and work single crochets. Pick up the first single crochet stitch of this round. Work 1 slip stitch and pull tight. The 6th round is completed. Continue with the 7th round. Work 1 chain as a turning chain. Crochet 6 single crochets forward. Work 1 SC2 in 1. Crochet to the end following the chart. Pick up the first single crochet stitch of this round. Work 1 slip stitch and pull tight. Finish this round. Refer to the chart to confirm the stitch count. The 7th round is completed. Next, work the 8th round. Work 1 chain as a turning chain. Work 1 single crochet. Work 1 FPTR2 tog. First, pick up the post of the FPTR behind. Work 1 incomplete FPTR. Pick up the post of the FPTR in front. Work 1 incomplete FPTR stitch. Yarn over and pull through 3 loops on the hook. Complete 1 FPTR2 tog. Skip 1 stitch. Crochet 3 single crochets. Work 1 FPTR2 tog. Skip 1 stitch. Crochet 4 single crochets. Work according to the pattern chart until the end. Pick up the first single crochet stitch of this round. Make 1 slip stitch and pull tight. Round 8 is now completed. Move on to rounds 9 through 15. There are no new stitches or techniques used in rounds 9 through 15. Please refer to the chart directly to complete these rounds. Note that in round 11, make sure to increase stitches strictly according to the pattern chart. After crocheting, check the stitch count. Up to this point, rounds 9 through 15 are now completed. Next, work on rounds 16 and 17. Make 1 chain as the beginning chain. Crochet 2 single crochets. Pick up the stitch post of the last single crochet from round 13. Work 1 incomplete FPTR. Count 5 stitches forward in the same row. Pick up the stitch post of the 5th stitch. Work 1 incomplete FPTR. Yarn over and pull the yarn through 3 loops. Complete 1 FPTR2 tog. Crochet based on the pattern chart until the end. Pick up the first single crochet stitch from this round. Make one slip stitch and tighten it. Round 16 is now completed. There are no new stitches or techniques used in round 17. Everyone can refer to the chart directly to complete round 17. Up to this point, rounds 16 and 17 have been covered. Next, work on round 18. Make one chain as the turning chain. Crochet one single crochet. Come to the new stitch, FPDC. Yarn over. Insert the hook into the stitch post for the decrease. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the hook once. Repeat this step once. Complete 1 FPDC. Skip 1 stitch, crochet 2 single crochets. Insert the hook into the same stitch post for clustering. Work 1 FPDC. Skip 1 stitch, crochet 1 single crochet. Work 1 FPDC. Crochet based on the pattern chart until the end. Pick up the first single crochet stitch of this round. Make 1 slip stitch. Round 18 is completed. Next, crochet rounds 19 to 25. Rounds 19 to 25 do not involve any new stitch techniques or methods. Everyone can directly refer to the chart to complete these rounds. Pay attention. Increase stitches in round 19. Check the number of stitches after completing it. Turn the work for round 20. It's the same as round 2. Follow the pattern chart. Crochet all the way down to the end of round 25. Pick up the first single crochet stitch of the last round. Make 1 slip stitch. Crochet 1 chain stitch. Leave a 5 cm yarn tail. Break the yarn and pull tight. Weave in the yarn tail. Rounds 19 to 25 are now completed. This also concludes the main part. Next, we will crochet the cover. Let's first take a look at the chart. In the table, our plus number indicates the round number. The column for stitches introduction shows the stitch techniques needed for crocheting the current round, as well as any increase or decrease situations. The total stitches column indicates the total stitch count of the current round, after all stitches have been completely crocheted. The stitch techniques used include X single crochets, VSC 2-in-1, S L slip stitch, K skip stitches, F double crochet and chain. When crocheting in rounds without special instructions, every round starts with a standing stitch and ends with a slip stitch. Now, please watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Let's start by casting on. The cast-on is magic ring. The cast-on method we use is the adjustable magic ring. Watch me demonstrate below. Hold the yarn with your left hand, hold the hook with your right hand, and wrap counterclockwise for one circle. Use your left thumb and middle finger to pinch where the yarn crosses. The loop should be loose and large. Yarn over and pull through. Then crochet 1 chain stitch to secure. The cast-on is complete. Next, we'll crochet the first round. Our 1 is 7x. What's the number in front of x? This means you will crochet 7 single crochets into the magic ring loop. Crochet 1 chain stitch as the standing stitch. This standing stitch is not marked in the chart. In practice, when crocheting in rounds, you always start each round with a standing stitch. The standing stitch does not count as a stitch. Crochet 7 single crochets. Tighten the magic ring loop. Pick up the first single crochet stitch. Crochet 1 slip stitch. This slip stitch is not marked in the chart. In practice, when crocheting in rounds, you always end each round with a slip stitch. The first round is complete. Move on to the second round. Our 2 is 7V. This means you will crochet 7 SC2 in 1 in a row. Crochet 1 chain as the turning chain. Let me emphasize this again. At the beginning of each round, you need to make a turning chain, and at the end, you finish with a slip stitch. I won't repeat this for the following rounds. Pick up every stitch from the previous round. Crochet SC2 in 1. Finish with a slip stitch and pull tight. The second round is complete. Continue to the third round. Our 3 is XV times 7. The parentheses indicate a group. Times a number indicates the number of times to repeat the pattern. Indicates the number of times to repeat the pattern. Crochet 1 chain as the turning chain. Crochet at SC. Crochet at SC2 in 1. XV has been crocheted. Let me demonstrate this again. Crochet 1 single crochet. Then crochet at SC2 in 1. This is the second time. Repeat this pattern 6 times for this round, XV. Join with a slip stitch and pull tight. The third round is complete. You can take a look now. The texture on the right side of the fabric is clear. The texture on the wrong side is blurry. All the following rounds will be crocheted on the right side, from the 4th round down to the 17th round in the table. The crochet method is relatively simple. The stitch techniques used have all been demonstrated in detail earlier. The meaning of the stitches introduction is similar to before. You just need to follow the stitch order in the table, and repeat crocheting the corresponding number of times. Let me explain here. In the table are 10, work even for 60x. It indicates that in the 10th round, 1 stitch corresponds to 1 stitch. Crochet 60 single crochets. R1 for R17, work even for 72x. This means starting from the 14th round, you will crochet 1 single crochet for each stitch. Every round has 72 stitches. Continue crocheting straight until the end of the 17th round. For any similar format that appears later, the meaning will be the same as this. Moving forward, based on the methods learned earlier, refer to the table, and complete these rounds on your own. I won't continue with the demonstration. Up to this point, rounds 4 through 17 are completed. Next, we will work on round 18. Flow means front loop only, which is to pick up the front half of the stitch. Make 1 chain as the beginning chain. Pick up the front loop only. Choose the yarn that is closer to the right side. Crochet 1 slip stitch. No need to tighten. Skip 2 stitches. 7F means crochet 7 double crochets in the same stitch. Pick up the front loop and crochet 7 double crochets. Skip 2 stitches. SL K2 7F K2 is now completed. This is one group of flowers. Let me demonstrate it again. Pick up the front loop and make 1 slip stitch. Skip 2 stitches. Pick up the front loop and crochet 7 double crochets. Skip 2 stitches. 2 groups of flowers are now completed. Work based on the pattern chart to the end. Pick up the first slip stitch of this round. Crochet 1 slip stitch. Round 18 is now completed. Next, work on round 19. BLO means to pick up the back loop only. Make 1 chain as the beginning chain. Pick up the back loop and crochet a single crochet. Crochet 1 single crochet. Work the required number of single crochets according to the chart. Crochet the last single crochet. Crochet 1 chain to end. Leave a tail of about 30 centimeters for sewing together. Round 19 is now completed. Up to this point, the cover part has been fully explained.